Hi, we're Magenta.
My name's Steph. Collectively as a group we've been working with Igniso and the main aims of our work have varied throughout the year. In the beginning we started some basic work for Igniso working for their brand CDNify. We learned what it was, how it worked, what it did, etc. and we collaborated as a team to produce a solid marketing plan for this brand. At the end of semester 1 and at the beginning of semester 2, we began to work on another service called wave streaming that the company also owned. This gave us the opportunity to be creative with our own ideas on how it was best to market the service that they provided. Then, not long into semester 2, Igniso hired a new marketing manager with whom we liaised with to market CDNify. The service was new to the public and was about ready to launch, so we were involved in the initial work to get the service a strong start. Throughout my time at Igniso, I've done various different pieces of work. I began by writing and posting blog posts, which followed our journey through as interns through the company and working with Igniso. Alongside doing this throughout the second semester, when the marketing manager Mike joined, I worked mainly on composing one-pagers, which were to be sent out to try and make contacts and to communicate with other companies. These are basically a summary and an introduction to what the company and what the brand did as a whole. I also worked on producing content for a PR audit, a content audit, in order to create a basis for the company to use in a future project blog called the Speed Awards. I also worked on producing notes for the quarterly reports.
So hello, my name's Ciaran. My first task was to research the service and gain an understanding of our potential clients. And after this, I took charge of the public relations for Igniso. This involved contacting as many blogs, magazines and websites as possible to create a network of contacts. After making these contacts, I asked all of them if we could have an editorial published. The majority of my contact was successful, so I compiled a list of those who had agreed to publish an article, which included what each of their requirements were. All of them requested that the article was tailor-made to suit their audience and could not be published on competitors' sites. So I began the task of creating various editorials tailor-made to match the audience of each of the blogs, websites and magazines. Whilst doing this, I also spent a lot of time pitching ideas for new marketing material to our newly appointed marketing manager. Toward the end of our time at Igniso, I was given the task of finding out who had already signed up for updates about our soon-to-launch service to create a list of potentially big customers. Now I'll pass you on to Corey.
Hi, I'm Kevin. In the first term, my part was to manage the social media. I helped set up the Facebook, the Twitter and the LinkedIn. I also designed the pictures, the profile pictures, the headers, just to reflect the brand. I used to also use my time to research management tools like Hootsuite to help us post funny and relevant content and schedule them on a weekly basis. In the second term, when Mike came, I compiled information for the CDNify and their new website, the Speed Awards. And towards the end, I helped schedule tweets from Mike to filter through and use whenever he chose to.
Hi, my name is Corey. After doing some research on what a CDN was, I started blogging for the website cdnify.com, putting information about how you can speed up your website and deal with traffic overload to the website. At the end of the first term, the beginning of the second term, I was introduced to wave streaming and was told to make some letterhead and footer designs which can be used on printed paper to be used in meetings, etc. My footer designs and my letterhead designs were put into the Google Plus account album to be used at a later stage, and one of the footer designs was used as the Google Plus cover photo. In the latter part of the second term, we met the new marketing manager who requested some infographics to be made. These infographics included tips and tricks on how to improve loading speed for your company. The infographics were posted online and have even been included in an editorial. Finally, I took part in compiling some useful new and quirky products, apps and services in a spreadsheet to be used for a new project called the Speed Awards. On behalf of myself and everyone here, I'd like to thank you for listening to our small description on what we have done and achieved throughout our time at Igniso. And that's it. Thank you very much.